Hi everyone, thanks for joining today. My name is Carolina, and like most of you know, I focus on doing children's books that promote love, unity, and peace, but we also interpret dreams here. The reason we do that is because when we listen to our dreams, we connect with our subconscious, and when we share them, we connect with one another in a more profound level. So guys, this video is going to be very fun because we're going to talk about some of the dreams that kids have. Now, has it happened to you before where either your child, a niece or nephew come up to you and they share a dream with you, and it's a very weird dream and you don't really know what to do with it? It's happened to a lot of us. Okay, it's happened to a lot of us where kids share their dreams with us, and sometimes we don't know the best way to guide them. So what happens? Sometimes we often ignore them. If it's a nightmare, we just let the child know, hey, it's just a dream, don't worry about it. But when we do this, we're ignoring a huge part of them. Like we talk about on this channel, the dream world is really just the subconscious letting you know what is going on at that deep level. Let's think of it like this. Whenever I'm going about my day, I am absorbing all of this information. I'm interacting with a bunch of people. I'm getting all of this information in my system, in my body. And when I go to sleep at night, some of those things that maybe bother me or that are a little bit uneasy are going to come up in dream state. And for a child, this may come up in a really dramatic way. It may come up looking like a monster, right? It may come up looking like bugs. It may just be a little bit different for a child. So it's really important that us as adults, that we can teach kids how to interpret their dreams, how to listen to their dreams, because if they start at an early age, they are going to have this like amazing connection with themselves. They're going to fully understand what is going on within them. I would have loved when I was really little to fully know, to have like a guide, let me know, hey, this is what this can mean, or whenever you feel this in a dream, this is what you need to do. If I had a guide like that, it would have been amazing. I didn't have that, but now what I did have was just that gut feeling of knowing that my dreams were important. Something within me just knew that they were trying to guide me in some way. So after years of writing them down and exploring my dreams, reading and learning about them, I finally understood my own dream language. Now, just like us adults have our own dream language, kids also have their own dream language. We can talk about some of the common themes that kids have whenever it comes to these dreams, of course, but for the most part, every child also has their individual dream language. And as they grow, this language can change. It changes with them. So a symbol that once meant something to them from their childhood can develop and change over time just as they do. And this connection with the dream world really helps them, because whenever we're talking about being connected, mind, body, soul, when we talk about this connection, it's so important that we are conscious and aware of waking state, aware of what is going on, know how to react, etc. But just just as important as it is to be conscious in waking state, it's so important to be conscious in dream state and to understand what these dream symbols, what these feelings are trying to let us know. So if we can teach kids early on, this is really going to help them in their development, and it's going to strengthen them. So let's talk a little bit about I'll share with you, for example, the 3 most popular dream symbols that have been sent in, from kids or their parents, okay? For kids. So this is the first one is monsters, right? Lots of kids dream about monsters, and oftentimes we can just say, oh, it's just a scary dream, let it go. But guys, when a child tells you that they're having a dream and it's a monster that is either going after them or doing something to them, this is a dream we don't want to ignore, okay? The monster can represent several things for several kids, but what we know it represents is that energy of fear. There's fear there, okay? Oftentimes when a child is dreaming of a monster and is waking up with this fearful energy, we want to make sure we listen to what the child is saying in regards to their feelings. If they say, I had a dream of a monster, first ask them, what were you feeling during the dream? If in the dream the child is feeling fearful, is feeling anxious, etc., we need to really pay attention to that, because there's something going on in waking state that is causing this fear and this uneasiness, right? And if we ignore it, it's going to cause confusion within the child, because the child is going to keep growing and growing, and maybe they're still going to have this kind of monster throughout their life because they never acknowledged it and they never were able to deal with it. So it's so important that we listen to them and that we actually really listen to the feelings that are going on for kids during dream state. This is a time where they're growing, where they're exploring, they're learning about themselves. So we really need to make sure to pay attention to what they tell us. So for example, if a child is having a dream of this monster and the child is feeling fear, etc., let's reflect it outward. Let's ask the child, what is going on in waking life? What is causing you similar fear? What is making you a little bit uneasy? Okay, and then when the child can pinpoint, or even you as the parent, if you already know, you may already have a feeling. You may have a gut feeling because you're with your child all of the time. So you may already know, oh, this situation that happened at school could be playing a role in this. Okay, and then you can guide your child through it. Now, if you don't know what is causing this fear for your child, that's when the conversation really comes into play. And that's when you want to make sure that you pick up on their social cues too, because oftentimes kids will be embarrassed to share a little bit with adults at first. They may be a little bit embarrassed to share some of those profound things, but us as their parents or aunts or uncle, we want to make sure that we're connecting with them and listening to them, because sometimes there are things going on in a child's life that we need to be made aware of, and this is a good way to start that conversation, right? It's a good way to start it. So just remember that if the child is having these dreams of a monster, there could be a bigger issue that we want to deal with, and we want to deal with it right away, right? Because we don't want this to grow and be something bigger. Oftentimes as adults, we recall situations in our life when we were children that really caused a lot of problems, right? Caused a lot of problems for us. And if we didn't take care of it then, what happens? It lurks. It literally follows us every step of the way until present time. And oftentimes even now we have dreams that bring up these old memories, these old painful moments, and if we don't deal with them, if we don't heal, they keep coming back. They keep coming back in dream state, and they keep coming back in waking state. So this is really a way to help our children. Now, the monsters one is a big one that comes in. The second one that comes in is the famous roller coaster. Okay, now always ask the child what they're feeling during the dream, because now I've had some kids that say that they have dreams of being on a roller coaster and they're having like the best time of their lives. They're like, it was great, it was amazing. So that is wonderful. That is just letting us know this kid is free spirited, they're enjoying this, they're exploring in their dream and they're having fun with it. But now if the child says that they're on a roller coaster and they're feeling a lot of fear and they wake up being scared, that's different, right? That is letting us know that the child is going through life like that. Maybe he or she is feeling like their life is a little bit of a roller coaster. It's like a lot of ups and downs, not really being able to connect, not being fully grounded. There's a little bit of fear with all of these different moving parts in waking state, right? And if we can reflect that outward for the child and talk about the things that feel that are out of control, okay, then we can bring some stability, some security there for the child, right? But if we don't talk about these things, we'll never know. All right, so please make sure to pay attention when they share a dream like that with the roller coaster. Now I'll share the third one with you that has come in a lot, and that is being chased. This one comes in from adults just as much as kids, but a lot of parents are saying that their kids are feeling like they are being chased. Okay, now again, we want to use their feelings to guide their interpretation, because every child is going to experience something different, because they all, they come from a different background, they have a different culture, all of those things. So these all play a factor in our dream interpretation. It's simply a reflection of us. So we've got to learn how to read ourselves, how to connect with ourselves. So that's why this practice is so powerful. But now if the child is dreaming of being chased and they're feeling a lot of fear, a lot of the times what this means is like, it's literally this energy, something is coming after them, right? What is going on in waking state where they feel that they can't get away from something? What is that situation that they feel is either chasing them or is just being very heavy on them? Oftentimes it is a situation, but sometimes it can also be a person, okay? Ask the child if they saw who or what was chasing them, all right? Because oftentimes whenever they are being chased, it's just that feeling of not being able to get away. And oftentimes, guys, this is a red flag. It can be a red flag for a lot of situations. We just want to make sure to listen to kids, because they are going to let us know what is going on within them. But sometimes they can't put their feelings, fully into words yet, because they're still developing. So it's important that we connect with them in this kind of dream state. It's a safe place to connect with them on. It's a safe conversation to have, and it's a great way to connect with them on a deep, profound level, and you're helping them through their development. So if they are being chased, make sure to ask them, what in waking state causes you to feel similarly, because the feelings are going to connect, right? There's going to be a connection there within feelings. And real quick, I want to give you a bonus here. One of the other requests that comes in for kids are those dreams about animals. Okay, kids dream about animals all the time. And again, guys, when a child dreams about an animal, it is, it all depends on that child. What do they feel when they think of that animal, right? Some kids dream of snakes and they're completely terrified, right? That can have a whole different meaning. But some kids have dreams of snakes and they love snakes. They want to explore this animal that is a snake. So we always want to make sure that we talk to our children or our nieces and nephews and explore what that symbol means for them. Because if we can guide them through that, and if they can have their own little journal that really connects them to their dream state, then they can understand what is going on at their deepest level. And the cool thing about this, guys, is that eventually the child, just like the adult, will begin to flow with that information. For example, you'll go to bed at night, you'll see these images, you'll see all of these things play out, you'll feel it in your entire self, and you'll just know what the dream is trying to tell you. You'll know, oh, that class is really causing me some problems here. Got to work on that. Oh, my relationship with this person, my friendship is causing me a little bit of problems. I better deal with that, right? We're going to start to flow with that information. It's not going to be like they're going to need to interpret their dreams all the time. They're going to get the feel for it, just like any language, right? Like I talk about down here. It's like if you're trying to learn a different language, what do? First, we learn the letters, then we learn how to compose the sentences, and then, then we just start talking, right? Nonstop. So that's the same kind of idea when it comes to learning their dream language. They need to be able to start somewhere, and they can start with their symbols and they can start with their feelings. And if you continue just having this conversation with them, it's going to just open their eyes to all of this wonderful information. They're going to understand themselves so profoundly, and you as an adult will be able to connect with them in such a loving way. So I hope this video was helpful. I will do more videos on dreams that children have, because that's been a request that's come in, and for whatever reason I've been I haven't gotten to it, but I'm here now, and I will share more about kids' dreams. So guys, I send you a huge hug. I send you love, unity, and peace, and I will see you again soon. Bye, everybody.